the beginning. Like, who is Diamond Nicole?
Okay, so a lot of people always, be want to know who am I? Well, as y'all know, I am Diamond Nicole. That is my actual name. I come from Michigan, small town in Pontiac. Actually, you guys, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I come from a praying family. Like, I grew up in a church. As my life has elevated, God has been like flowing with me and actually walking with me by faith. A lot of people don't know, like, when I first came to LA, I came by walking by faith. And when I say walking by faith, a lot of people be like, "Oh, what you mean by walking by faith?" Well, I came to LA with $150, and I grew up. That's it.
Nothing else.
How
did you even survive in LA with 150?
Honestly, I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but at that time, like, my mom always used to tell me, like, Diamond, whatever you want in life, like, always have faith behind it and have a tunnel vision. So growing up, like, my mother used to have me get up at 5 a.m. and write in a notebook everything that I want to happen in the past. And at the time, I didn't get it. And at first I was a little rebellious and I was just a little stubborn, like, "Mom, why is I waking up at 5 a.m. just to write in a notebook?" And as I got older, I began to notice, like, everything that I'm walking myself into, I spoken into existence, like, far as like YouTube, having a big platform. I'm still praying for a husband. But like those things that I had to grow up.
You got your prayer written down, sis?
Yeah, I got my My mama, she still called me. So she eased up now, but she'll call me like at 3 a.m. LA time. And I would get on a prayer call. Like, people don't know that about me. Like, throughout the week on Mondays, I get up and I pray and I meditate. And just to start my day off and refresh. And people see, the side from YouTube, but they don't see the background side. Like, they don't see like where you actually come from. And I come from a real praying family. But back to the story I was telling you, I came out here with $150 and I called my mom and I was like, "Ma, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not coming back to Michigan." She was like, "What?" I said, "Mom, I'm not coming back to Michigan." I said, "You taught me to walk by faith and not by sight. And you taught me to, anything that I want to do, speak it and let God guide you." And throughout my career, as far as YouTube, now a lot of people don't know this now, but I'm stepping into the music scene. Like, I'm still doing YouTube, but I'm kind of transitioning into an artist. And I got a few songs out on my Instagram that, people probably would tune in every here and there. But as time went by, like I prayed and I asked God that second week that I was there. I remember, I don't know if you know who Daryl is, DDG, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
And they already was previously out here. So I came out here to actually visit. And what happened? And I remember I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you taught me to walk by faith and not by sight." And I remember I prayed and I was like, "God, if you want me to be in LA, I need you to show me." And I cried out to God, like, and 2 weeks later, I remember my mom called me and she was like, "Diamond, your uncle called me saying he got an apartment. And if you can keep it up for 3 months, you can have it for $1,200 a month." When I heard them words, that was green light for me.
Yeah.
That was like in my head, because I thought about, like, I just prayed and asked God to open a door for me. And I didn't know how I was doing it, but in my head, I knew I wasn't going back home and I knew that he was going to do something for me. So I tell a lot of people that, personally, meet me, have faith in whatever you want to do, as far as YouTube, music, modeling, cooking, whatever you want to do. Have faith that and believe that God is going to, do something to elevate you to the next level, and just sit back and wash your hands. So as time went by, I ended up meeting Flight. We collabed a couple of times on YouTube. We had our little situation. Right. And, things happen. We still cool, but it's no drama. It's no beef. I see he has a baby on the way, and I want to say congratulations if you do see this. And like as time went by, I was just elevating and elevating and elevating. And I tell people all the time, like, if you don't know God, look up in the sky and say, Creator, whoever you are, show me you, and He will. Because I try to encourage people all the time, like anything is possible. I didn't know how I was gonna, come up with the money for 3 months, but I had faith.
Right.
At that time, my channel wasn't monetized, but I had faith that God was gonna, make some way for some type of income to come in so I can provide for myself. So I tell people all the time, like, that's one of my biggest things that people do not know about me. Walk by faith and not by sight. Right. Because when you walk by faith and not by sight, God will elevate you. And it's like God looking at you like, daughter, I see you leaning on me. I see you walking by faith. Let me show out for you. Just because you have a faith that I will step in and create something powerful for you to succeed in life. So that's one thing people don't know about me. And I just want to say salute to me that, I've been staying in my lane and keeping a tunnel vision. And, I've been praying for the right people to come in my life, in my life. And, things happen. I had a little boyfriend, but
okay. Wait, no, we gotta go back. What you have had a boyfriend?
I had a little something that I posted on my channel, but things happen. We split our ways because a lot of people was questioning me like, Diamond, what happened to the dude that was on your channel like last year? And I was like, things happen. Things happen. It was more like an abusive situation, and I just had to go.
Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Diamond.
But I learned a lot out of that situation, though. That's one thing I can say.
Let's talk about the lessons then. Let's talk about the lessons you learned.
The lesson part, I tell people all the time. Sometimes I talk about God a lot, and I tell people all the time. Sometimes God will, let you do what you want to do, but He'll also show you red flags within a person. If you don't merge with these red flags and you don't acknowledge them, God gonna let you hit that wall. He gonna let you hit that wall, but also God gonna let you drop and let you learn from your lesson and let you come back. Yeah. So I tell people all the time, like, sometimes you may not want to go through stuff. Sometimes you may not, want to, get put in situations where you're like, dang, how did I get here? Sometimes you needed to go through that in order to get a bigger picture, to see the bigger picture of that situation. So now that when you do, elevate, the enemy gonna send people in your life to distract you, but you gotta know when he trying to come or when he trying to send an attack. So I tell people all the time, like, it's okay to take a L. Like, I take L's all the time, but one thing I can't say, you fooled me once, but you'll never fool me twice. And I learned from that situation. Yeah. So I tell people all the time, it's okay. Like, I learned a lot. And I feel like from beginning, starting of YouTube to now, like, I feel like I have elevated in so many ways as far as maturity level. And
let's talk about that though. Let's talk about the maturity. Let's talk about the growth. You seem like you've grown so much, but I know that doesn't come without trials. Yeah. So I know you've also been vocal about just like depression and different things that you've went through. Can we talk a little bit about that?
One thing I can say, depression ain't no joke. And sometimes people don't even know they in depression. Like, you can be in depression for years and years and you don't know how. Like, I for a long time, like when the baby situation, when that, they got out to the internet, like, I fell in depression because I didn't know how to manage people comments. People had their opinion about me. And it was slowly drowning me. But I tell people all the time, if you feel like you're going through depression, talk to somebody, please. Because the more you hold all that stuff in, and that's what I was doing. At first, I was embarrassed. Like, when it comes to money situation or it comes to boyfriend situations, like, I was embarrassed to even speak out to tell people what I'm going through. Or if you have find a church home or find somebody that can pray for you daily, or, whenever you feeling down, to pull you out of that, because that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to feel depressed. The enemy wants you to feel like nobody care about you. The enemy wants you to feel like nobody love you. But when you just have that stepping stone, you have somebody praying over you throughout that way, anything is possible. And
it seems like you had a prayer warrior. Your mama, you had a prayer warrior on your team. You said she got you up early in the morning to pray.
Yes. My mom was not playing. When I tell you, my mother was not playing. Like, it'd be times where I would go back home just to get prayer. Like, and I live in LA. I stay alone by myself, but you know, the enemy gonna try to attack you. You know, I tell people all the time, like, this is how the enemy works. It's different people in your life. It's different faces, but the same spirit that try to attack you. And I tell people all the time that, you know, it comes with, you know, having sex with people. It comes with friendship. When you spiritually open your body up to somebody, and you let them, how can I say, when you spiritually, sexually let somebody come up, it's like you instead of being two, you become one. So you begin to feel what this person feel. And I tell people all the time, like, you can't open them doors up because you're giving the enemy to attack you. And a lot of people be like, well, why do I feel like this randomly? Or I'm feeling depressed randomly, and I was just happy 2 weeks, or I was, you know, I was just fine on a grind, and now I'm feeling lazy. And people don't understand, you open that door that was never supposed to be open. And I tell people all the time, like, you have to watch who enter your life. You have to watch who come out of your life. And you also got to watch who comes inside your house, because everybody can't know where you lay your head. And I'm not saying intentionally that people come in to destroy your life, but sometimes the enemy work in mysterious ways to distract you. And it was times where I would have a boyfriend, or I would be mingling with somebody, and I would be mingling with somebody, and I find myself distracted. And then my mom would be like, Diamond, why every time you getting this done, you getting your music done, and you let this person in and it throw it all off, and then it's like it take it 6-7 months for you to get back on your track? That's because that was an attack from the enemy from the start. You wasn't supposed to open that door, but now that you open it, now you spiritually attack, and you're trying to figure out, why do you feel these things about yourself? So I tell people all the time, anybody that come in your life, pray. Like, if they not meant to, if you don't know if they meant to be, all you got to say is, Father God, if this person meant to be in my life, I need you to reveal it. If not, let them go. All that drama, all that trying to figure out stuff. No, let God handle that. Let God fight your battles. And that's what I do with any situation now. Like, when I need a mate, I don't even say nothing. I just let them do what they want to do. But I also pray on their behalf, because the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy.
Right. I feel like there's a lot of people that want to, and just to piggyback off what you're saying, they want the life that you have. You know what I mean? They want the love and the monetization and all of that. But like, to your point, it doesn't come without its challenges. It doesn't come without its setbacks. It doesn't come without its grind, you know, like, and so I want to talk about any advice that you have for people that want to be in your position, or want to be an influencer, be a model, be, you know, all of the things that you are. What advice do you have for them?
The advice that I have for you guys, that I want to tell y'all, coming into this scene is not easy. When you have light on your life, and when you have a calling on your life, things are going to begin to be thrown at you. But also, I tell people, like, yes, we get positive, but also we get negative. And you know, try not to pay attention to the negative, because the more you begin to drag yourself in comments, negativity, the more you're going to be going in your thoughts. You're going to feel like you need to change your body, or you're going to feel like you need this, you're going to need that. And the best thing I can tell people, like, if you is trying to be in my position, cancel all negativity out. Like, now on my Instagram, and I had learned this from a friend that's an influencer, and I used to be like, well, how do you always get love? Because in the beginning stage, I was getting hate on my Instagram. I'm like, dang, why I'm seeing all these negative comments? And she told me, she was like, Diamond, you have to train your fans. And I was like, well, how do I do that? And she was like, anytime you see negative comments on your Instagram, delete. Because it's like a follow the leader type of situation. So when you see nothing but positive, everybody gonna want to say positive. But when you begin to see anything that's negative, all you're gonna see is somebody gonna say negative, and then it's gonna create a train. So as my Instagram began to grow, I started deleting stuff. So now all you see is, girl, you look pretty. Girl, you bodied that outfit, like, and you gotta learn how to feed your spirit, because the more you feed your spirit negative, that's what's gonna come out. Right. And then that's how anger creates. And these things that you feel like that you need to fix about your body. And don't get me wrong, I got my breasts done. I ain't always used to have them done, but a lot of people ask me as well, like, well, did you get them done because you felt insecure? No, I did not. I got them done because I never had boobs growing up. And my mom, my sister, they always had them. I used to be the kid like, dang, I wonder what it felt like to have some breasts. Right. So it was something within myself that I always wanted. And I, got it done.
It's interesting that you say that, because I think people always associate getting work done with insecurities or getting enhancements or whatever, augmentations. And I love that you're saying, like, sometimes just because I want to. Sometimes it don't got nothing to do with you. It don't got nothing to do with it.
It got nothing to do with you.
Right.
And so for a long time, I was just like, shoot, if they say something, they say something. It's not. I ain't get it done because you, or just to impress you. I got it done because I want to know what it feel like. I want to know. Like, don't get me wrong. I always used to be one of the girls to gain weight, and I always wanted to have the booty. But as I grew up, I used to. Now, actually, mind you, a lot of people don't know this about me. I used to be very insecure with my weight. Like, I used to feel like I was so skinny, but as I began to grow in the influencer world, I got comfortable with my body. I started seeing like it's more beauty than, it's more natural beauty. And not to toot my horn, that's what a lot of people be liking, as a natural body. Right. Not nothing against anybody that got it done or whatever, but it's slowly coming back to that natural thing. But
I've been seeing different like conversations in news and media about like body shaming and how it looks different, right? So like most people assume that body shaming means you're shamed because you're overweight, but that's not necessarily the truth. You can be body shamed at really any stage. Yeah. And so I hate that you've been body shamed, I really do, because it's like you tell people to be skinny, and then when they're too skinny, it's a problem. And then you tell people we think it's like you literally have to create a body for people to be like,
we approve.
Right. Exactly.